American Cornhole Organization. Yeah, it's a real thing since 2005. Find out how to play, where to play, and compete nationwide. Scan now to join the ACO family at AmericanCornhole.com. The ACO. We are Cornhole.
Hi, I'm Rich Pyle, the host of Hole Nation, where we share everything this cornhole and a lot more. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and catch our new videos every Wednesday at 7. And remember, whether it's sticky or slick side down, bring it.
Hey, what do you say, hole heads? Better late than never. Welcome to Taco Tuesday. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. Frank here's the Cornhole Dude. Too cool for school. Joe Cool. It's like Snoopy in Peanuts.
Bam, baby.
Joe Cool.
Put me on a roof.
It's going to be a quick one tonight because we got, really, we're just going to recap what happened in Labellesville, which we're calling it that because Clark wasn't there. I know that doesn't seem fair to Clarksville.
Clark's work?
But... yeah,
Labellesville.
If we have a LaBelle major and Labellesville major and Clark shows up, then we'll call that Clark. No, I'm just kidding. We were just having a little bit of fun because that's what we do. Anyway, welcome. Thanks to our boys at White Squirrel Cornhole. I see you got the sporting a T-shirt. This guy is like he's an absolute whore.
Oh wow! Look at the backside, baby.
There's the backside. I'm famous for showing my backside, so check that out. Appreciate those. Tracy and your crew, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But anyway, hey, welcome to the YouTube channel. Throw the comments down in there if you would. We'll do our best to address any and all of them as we go. Early shout-outs to Hoppy, the first one on board. Justin Hollis, DJ, Sing Sing. Yeah, it's funny. Sing Sing saying, let's get those votes out to the ACO organizations, those bag companies on the big ass cornhole podcast or whatever that is. But I just saw the first disqualification on there.
Disqualification? What happened?
Somebody got caught using a bot to get their votes.
No, who?
Gnarly Bags, I think
it wasn't us, right?
No, it wasn't us.
All right, I love it because I think we got to give a little tip of the hat to CBC because they've really been championing all bag partners,
all the ACO bag
to
partners,
really get that thing going, man. But
because I've seen they're still alive in there. I've seen
I think knocked off a big one today.
Yeah, Gusto was still in last time I had looked. But anyway, yeah, good to see you, Ed Estes. Yo ho, yeah, I know. Sing Sing, look at him looking so cool. Craig Smith, looking forward to seeing you all next week. We're looking forward to seeing you, my friend, as well. Chris Norris, what's up? What's up? Hey, a couple quick things as we get rolling here. We did switch to YouTube, again, for all the long-form videos. Again, just as a reminder, I know you're already here on the YouTube channel, so clearly you know, but spread the word. Make sure that when you sign up for YouTube, you hit the subscribe button, you ring the bell to make sure you get notifications for things like when we're going live, whether it's on time, a couple minutes late, or early.
Did you say you ring the bell?
Ring the bell. It's all, yeah, it's like I've been vaccinated. I know that's against the law now, but vaccinated with the Labelle needle. But what was I saying?
I'm sorry, I did that too.
Oh, no. And then also make sure that you like the content. And then there is a share button. Did we figure out, is the share working on this?
Just shared mine.
Did you?
So
okay.
I'm one of the 10 shares so far.
Okay, so right below there you can hit that share button. Right. You should be able to throw it out to any other social media channel that you've got that's listed there. So make sure you do that as well. The new ACO Players Season 20 Facebook page is up and running. The roll calls and all the business of getting the season done is there. Curious what you think of that. Have you used it? Do you find it a little more streamlined, easier to find what you're looking for? If so, let us know. If there's something that you'd like to see on that Facebook page, the Season 20 Players page, let us know because we want to make sure that it is as functional for you as possible. I know that... are we going to run any of the Canada stuff? I found out a little nugget about Canada today. Do we want to run any of that? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's. I want you to see this just as a reminder about Prince Edward Island, because I found out something just today that I did not know. But we are going to be going to Canada twice in season 21, September and May, and this is where we're going to be going. Check this out.
It's good.
Around here, light can bring out the best in you. It can make you believe you'll find the buried treasure. Tempt you to bet on yourself. Convince you there's room for one more bite. And beg you to stay out way past your bedtime. Don't say we didn't warn you. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
Oh, Canada.
How cool is that? Prince Edward Island, just north there of Nova Scotia. Can't wait to get there twice in season 21 and beyond. But something that I learned, and we had some terrible weather here a couple of weeks ago. So I was snowbound in the house, and I discovered Letterkenny, which I can't believe I had never heard of before. So I've watched all 11 seasons since then. But it also has this spin-off.
So a season has how many episodes?
Anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10
okay, that's
to 11.
a lot of episodes.
It's
Half an hour show?
It's about 22 minutes.
Okay.
But it's hilarious. If you like Napoleon Dynamite and that sort of thing, you're going to love it. But it takes 2 or 3 episodes to kind of pick up on it's Canadian-based, and to pick up on the slang and different things. But one of the characters in Letterkenny gets spun off into his own show, which is all about hockey. His name is Shorzy. And one of the things they talk about is they're hosting this hockey tournament for the Seniors Hockey League. And there's a team from PEI at Charlottetown, and they're called the Reds, which us being here in Cincinnati, that's us, the Reds.
The Reds, baby.
But because of the red soil, they're associated, Charlottetown and PEI associated with the color red. But I heard the Charlottetown Reds, and I'm like, wait, what? So anyway, it was kind of a cool thing. But anyway, can't wait to get there in season 21, September and May. More details coming on all of that. Of course, we're just a few days away from the registration ending for ACO UK. So if you haven't made your plans, you're also ACOEurope.net. Daniel Lilly, I think did you just talk with him today? What's
Daniel
happening?
Lilly and the UKCL are all helping to pull off an amazing event. John's over there doing the trophies and stuff for us right now. So, Finn, it's going to be a good event.
Love it.
And you're going to meet me there on Thursday, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving actually this Sunday to get over there and celebrate some birthday stuff. And then we're going to go to Birmingham, just outside Tamith, just outside Birmingham there for the major, and then coming back and do a little more birthday stuff, and then coming home. Can't wait to get out there and see my folks in Cornwall. It's going to be big fun. Can't wait. So many different folks from the UK that we've become pals and friends with that I'm looking forward to reconnecting and seeing a lot of new faces, because what was the thing that you texted me today? They're having a monster cornhole.
Oh yeah, we've got our first international monster cornhole tournament going on. Daniel Lilly is the one that told me about it, but I think it's Manchester Cornhole Club.
Yeah, the MCC.
Yeah, so pretty pumped about that.
Well, Daniel, if you're watching, I'm flying into Manchester, and I've got the whole day, so let's get together and tip a few, my brother.
So Brett Bailey is asking about the monster actually here.
Okay.
And I don't actually understand the question, Finn. Do you see it? He's asking...
quick question. If somebody is lucky enough to win something at the end of the season, will those be given out at Worlds or before? It'll be the winners will be assigned before, because the season, there's 2 seasons in a year in Monster Cornhole.
Correct.
January through the end of June, and then July through December. It's not directly ACO season affiliated. There are ACO directors, certified official directors that can bring you into it, add it to tournaments. But this is, again, Monster is open to anybody in any league, any conference, anything. If they just want to add Monster Cornhole to what's already going on using Scoreholio, etc., go to monstercornhole.com for all the details. But yeah, what's this?
Look at this.
Oh,
Today,
oh yeah.
remember what we got? 751 to 800 right now wins a free
Cornhole Cookbook. How about that? So we've added, now we're up to 800.
And the monster, now you got $26,000 in prizes, and you've got 800 players will win something.
800 players are going to walk away with something or pitch away with something, absolutely. Andy, I missed a great time in Clarksville. You know what? That's what I was going to say. When we get to the results, I'm going to talk about that because that looked like a party from the day before it started to the day after it started. It really did in Labellesville. So the question, back to Europe, ACO Europe, that's going to be 8 and 9. The same weekend Tulsa's going on as well. So lots going on that weekend. Let's see. The bag partners are scrolling across the bottom. Some brand new ones here that we've popped up on the front for you to check out. As always, lots of love to our bag partners. Subscribe, hit the label, and also like the content here on the YouTube channel.
Little Haggard bags there. What else we got going on over there, Finney? We got
that's
a little throwing stones.
Yep. Which is ironic, and maybe that's what happened. We had stream issues, so maybe we had taco stones. Maybe it was throwing stones. You might have something to do with it.
Hey, being in Clarksville, I should have. A little Maryland.
Those Marylands. Those are
that's
pretty
a big
cool.
D. That's a big D bag right there with the Marylands.
Like those, and then Stovations.
Stovations.
We recall being a big part of
big
Medford.
Partner out in Oregon.
Yep, Medford and beyond. So that's cool. Again, please share the episode. We're going to get back to awarding those with the top shares as soon as we figure out how to assess all that. But we do want to reward those of you who are continuing to send your regional rewind results in. And this weekend was a little bit lighter than it has been, but we do have regional rewind. Blueprint Cornhole Bags, Amber Daniels ran it as the CO, singles and doubles regional back on February 17th. Appreciate you. Thank you much. East Mississippi Cornhole, David Vaughn. He was. We've talked to him or had some back and forth with him about E = MC squared Cornhole. They were part of the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas, which I'm surprised. Maybe A.T. Klinger fell off.
He might be still out there and his life was preserved.
Yeah, he ain't on the wagon, but he might be off the boat. He might have been voted off the boat. For all we know, 14 players from 5 different states were represented on the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas major or regional.
Love
I got to figure that's the first one out on international waters. Will that count as international points?
It could.
Should we count that?
No shit.
Sam Harrington, we'll give you a shout out. Franklin, Tennessee first. Eric Sullivan from Westport, New York came in second. And Steve Master from Media, Tennessee, third place. Thank you, 007, for passing on the results there. And how about Average Joe's Cornhole? Eric Tischler out of Ronkonkoma, New York. Give it all your sports. He says, good morning. We had a regional here on Sunday the 23rd at Give It All Your Sports in Ronkonkoma. We had a total of 46 players in the doubles tournament between Worlds and Tier 4, as well as 25 hanging around for singles, again for Worlds and Tier 4. Good numbers considering there were a bunch of players competing in a big regional somewhere else. Here are some pictures, and you've seen the pictures that have been shared with you there a moment ago. Hang on for 1 second.
You're talking about ET out there, Eric, with the Average Joes. I mean, he and Robert are out there getting ready to run an adaptive tournament at the end of March. So I'm really pumped about that. It's one of our first, might be actually our first points earning regional with adaptive tournament going on out there. So pretty pumped about that.
Very cool. Well, just a quick reminder, we talked about Monster Cornhole. For those who don't know what it is, monstercornhole.com has a lot of information. I'm assuming if you're watching the taco, you're pretty hip to what's going on. But again, where are we at? Last week we were at about 15, almost at 1,500 players.
Actually a little over that, closer even to 16. But this week we climbed another 200, Finn. We're over 1,800
Is that
players
right?
now. Almost. Yeah, by the time we get back on here, there'll be 50,000 players.
No, look at you go.
No, we're doing well. We're doing really well.
And what he means by the time we get back on here, this coming Tuesday, a week from tonight, we're going to be in the UK. Yeah. I'm going to shoot some video from wherever it is that I happen to be, forward it here. We'll play it back for you and just give you a little taco taste of international play as to what's going on with no major this coming weekend. We won't have results to report, but we will set up something that gives an opportunity for our man Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, to add his picks to what we send over the following week. I'm still going to be there, but I'm going to still try to do, and by that time you and I will have been together.
Right.
So we'll try to shoot some stuff in some places where we don't get thrown out of to share with you.
I gotta hurry back to the States to get up to Mishawaka, man.
Yeah.
Where we're expecting big things up there in that brand new facility.
Yeah, that should be fun. Just 15, 20 minutes outside of South Bend, Indiana. Looking forward to getting there for the first time. But yeah, the next couple of weeks worth of tacos are going to look a little bit different and feel a little bit different. But you know what? That's kind of what makes it fun, is we can do it kind of any way we want to, anytime.
How we want to do it.
How we want to do it. So just to give you a heads up on that. You know, you held up the cookbook. We had a good call with the folks from Fox Chapel Publishing. They're very excited about this cookbook, and very soon we're going to have a timeline as to when it goes on sale. The pre-sale, I think, is still happening and pinned to the top of the Facebook page if you would like to go and get that done. You didn't even need your 3D glasses for that. I don't know why you're still wearing them. But the good news is we're getting ready to put this bad boy out in retail and out on sale. We're going to have some with us when we go out. We got a couple of boxes to bring out and show you and be able to sell you some on site if you're interested. Some really fun promotional plans we're looking forward to getting underway, and all of this is going to start unfolding in the next probably 8 to 12 weeks, including a way for you to contribute.
That's what I was going to say, Finn.
A recipe, yeah, that.
Start thinking, man. Start thinking.
Yeah,
You got time. It's not like we're going to reprint tomorrow, but start thinking about your recipe that you want to put in the book.
Yeah, there's a good chance you could get in there. And then what they ask you for is not just the recipe, but a good headshot and also a little bio about yourself. And you'll see what we mean when you get a hold of this, of the ACO folks in the cornhole community that are in the back and featured and highlighted. So it's really exciting stuff. Can't wait for that to get out there. Let's talk about Clarksville, or Labellesville, as we've been calling it. LaBelle, Whitney and Jacob, Craig and Ashley, Sean Priest, you were down there, the Cornhole Dude, the CBC boys were down there. Philip Barnett was down there throwing a little commentary down with the CBC boys as well.
Hoppy was in there. I think didn't Hoppy throw some stuff in there?
Yeah, he came in there. He's Maz's doubles partner. I think they still have a shot at Top Gun 20. So he was in there providing some insights as well during the course of the weekend. So appreciate the crew, CBC, TNT, Bullseye Cornhole, and Brothers Bag Company.
Yeah.
We're all down there in Vendors Alley, which is cool. And two welcome bashes, one of which was sold out in advance. That was the CBC welcome bash. And I think I heard him say they had about 100 players just kind of hanging out, and just some people showed up hoping maybe they could get in. Bottom line, great party. Varsity Pins, great party.
You know, I think I heard Dylan from the CBC back-to-back.
Oh, the back-to-back winner.
Back-to-back winner, baby.
Yeah, you almost.
So,
I almost wonder about that. That's.
But I'm going to tell you, good for that. But
yeah,
Varsity Pin was freaking fun as hell, man. I hope that people keep going to our welcome bash with cornhole-related stuff. But again, if you want something just a little bit different, come out and do some duck pin bowling. I mean, dude, we had a couple of the players that came over there they've got an indoor golf course, not a golf course, putt-putt course.
Sure.
And they had traditional bowling going on. They even had go-karts that you could drive around inside there.
That's
but
cool.
You know, the most of us were just hanging out, having a blast at the duck pin bowling.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but some of that, we saw some of the video from that up front, right, in the opening, in the lead up to the taco.
100%, man.
Saw some 100%. Of that. I saw Team Garner out there throwing, and I think I saw Priest actually there, balls in hand. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Duck pin bowling, a lot. Who won that?
You know what? I'm going to give my tip of the hat to LaBelle. He actually played really, really, really well. I mean, you know, King, Irvin thought he was the greatest, but yeah.
Not so much.
Not so much. I was probably the most consistent, but never climbed to the level that LaBelle did that last game. LaBelle had his boys from Scooters.
Yeah.
Come on down. And Kevin was there, and the whole gang. And LaBelle was throwing lights out.
That's why we're going to call him Give Him Hell LaBelle.
It was so good. It was so
the burner
fun.
series actually transferred over into duck pin bowling. But those were the welcome bashes. That was the crew.
So wait, one more
vendors,
thing, Finn.
yes.
One more thing. I just saw a comment on here. Frank, what about the kickball Wednesday night? So we went to this place called Third Base, a great little bar there. So when we were in Dalton, Georgia last week, we were punching on the punching bag, right? I mean, we were competing on a punching bag. This week they had a punching bag that actually had a kicking machine attached to it, right? So have you ever seen the punching bag?
I've seen the punching bag.
So this had the exact same thing, punching bag, but it had a kicking machine. So it was like 10 of us kicking contest, man. It was freaking hilarious. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I don't even remember who actually won it. Actually, it was some guys we met at the previous bar, Strawberry Alley or something like that we went to. It was a really cool bar there. They were welders in town that ended up, we talked them into coming down to third base with us to hang out, where they had billiards, they had this kick machine, a great little bar. I think they even had darts and ping pong. We ended up spending all our night at the kicking machine, though.
No, right on.
Bottom line is this. A lot of fun in Clarksville.
Clarksville, always good time.
Come on back if you've been there before, or come next year because we're going to be at a bigger, better.
Well,
venue.
somebody is asking about where in Mishawaka is the new place. What is the name of the venue?
Oh, it's a new spot. It's a new sports complex, and honestly, Finn, you throw me that curveball, and I can't remember the actual name of the place, but I think it's like Mishawaka Sports
Complex.
Sports
I
Complex
think that is the name
called.
of it, actually. Yeah.
But an amazing place, man.
Jody checking in from Blueprint. Thank you, appreciate you. Derek says Dylan has a bounty on his head next year, so he can't get the three-peat. And then, so we're caught up on the comments there. Appreciate that. Let's get to the results. What do you say for the Labellesville Major? Let's get to it here. Women's singles, and we're going to match these up with the picks. I got to hand it to Phillip. He was 50%.
Was he pretty good?
Yeah, he did pretty well.
Women's
singles, he had picked Kelsey Heidert, but she came in second too. The always formidable Kim Jackson. Kim Jackson takes home the women's division. He did pick Daryl Macon to repeat. Daryl Macon didn't even finish in the top 3 in seniors this time.
Is that
It was
right?
Johnny Thomas and then Bob Vonch and Gary Ferguson battling for the championship in his hometown.
Fergie had to do what he do.
It was Fergie.
Man, I love it.
Congratulations, Ferg. In junior singles, I remember Phillip said Isaac's mad about losing the week before. He's coming in hot. He did. He took down juniors. Sammy Van Sickle was second. Parker Burgett third. And co-ed doubles is another one that Phillip got right. Kelsey Heidert and Daryl Macon over Kim Jackson, who was partnered with Parker Burgett. And then Kiera Wilsey and Jonathan Nail. So good to see them coming in
Jonathan Nail, man.
third place. Yeah, Jonathan Nail, if you remember.
It's a big name, man, from Owensboro.
Yeah, won the Pro Series at the World Championship. So we're going to be doing that again this year. The buy-in for the World Series
Doing it
Pro
again,
Series.
man. Got to do it again.
Or World Series. World's Pro Series. So make plans if you're a pro to get ready for a winner-take-all right there. In quads, it was Lucky's over CBC with High Roller coming in third. And in the World Doubles, Tier 2, Jacob Coleman and Gary Rohrig. Tier 3, Wendy Barger and Lindsey Burgess. Tier 4, Jacob Conway and David Reese. Tier 5, Riley Ernest and Logan Ogden. And in World Doubles, again, this is kind of crazy. Did Caleb and Isaac not play as a team?
Oh, Caleb wasn't out there this weekend.
He didn't come out.
Come
Okay.
out.
So that kind of screwed the pooch there for the Hurt Locker pick from Phillip. But how about Zach Dawson and Colby Baskins taking down a loaded field? They took down Anthony Frederick and Jaden Gamblin to win doubles. Congratulations. Some big names in the, including I see some Drew Waking was partnered with Jonathan Nail. How about that? Steve Smith and TJ Miller, always a force when they show up. Johnny and Daryl. So a host of others. CJ Sligance in there with Darren Zastro. So that was a loaded doubles field. Congratulations again to Zach Dawson and Colby Baskins. In singles, this is also where Phillip got it right. But in Tier 2, Daniel Todd. Tier 3, Tristan Jones. Tier 4, DJ Skipworth. Nicely done.
DJ!
And Riley Ernest
I was
takes
going after that title.
Tier 5. Yeah, and he took it over Tony Fiddler. I don't see you as the second place finisher.
I was like 5th place or something in that division.
Yeah, and then Parker Burgett, Josh Holland tied for 7th. Nate Stevens and Dustin Arant tied for 5th. Gavin Lesh, 4th. Zach Dawson, 3rd. And then it was a battle between Keegan Brown and Isaac Hurt. And you saw it from the very beginning slide. Isaac Hurt takes down another singles, and I think one of the greatest photo bombs I've ever seen from his father, Rex, in that champions photo.
But Keegan Brown, nice job, Keegan.
Good job. Well done. So, and here's the other thing, too. No new purple jerseys. Every winner in Clarksville
Has already won something.
already has a purple jersey, and that hasn't happened since all the way back to Medford.
Dude, I'm telling you, Isaac Hurt to come and win that was huge. Like, there was a game, once again, that he was pretty down. And, like, it wasn't the semifinals. It might have been the quarterfinals. I forget. But he was down pretty good, I remember, in that game. And he did come back and win. And after he won that game, though, he was on fire. I mean, it was like...
He got dialed in. So, I said that no new purple jerseys issued. Everybody already is in possession of one. Hasn't happened since all the way back to Medford 2 weeks ago. And how many times has that happened this season? Do you know? Where no new purple. Everybody who won already had a purple jersey. Think about how deep into the season we are. How many times has that happened?
3 times.
2 times. Those 2. Think about that.
I was throwing one more in there.
Think about what that says. That it's the number of new people picking up a purple jersey over this far into the season is awesome. That shows you the level of skill and the level of talent that continues to show up and is traveling and is making hay and making headway with different partners and things like that. To me, that was a pretty cool statistic. Thank you, Margaret Barrett, for sharing all of that with me. I appreciate that. Chad and Kim, I think it was just Kim. She wasn't with Chad. Obviously, she was playing doubles with a different partner, I believe. But no excellent cornhole adventure this week, just her posing with her trophy. Survey for Dalton, our winner, it's still to be determined. That Dalton survey is still out in the field. Please fill that out if you would and send it in so that we can get a winner provided.
Update, though.
Yes.
Coming in, hot off the press. I was just informed that the match I was talking about with Isaac Hurt that he came back on, that was like maybe quarterfinal, he was down 18-6 to Gavin Lesh.
Oh, okay.
So 18-6, he came back to win that game.
Well, I mean, we saw Bryce Jefferson.
But that was in a loser's bracket, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy. And again, we always talk about there's certain names you don't want to see in a loser's bracket, and those are a couple of them, to be honest with you. But Bryce Jefferson, the comeback he had, you'll be hard-pressed to see one as amazing as what he did. So you knew Isaac was coming in,
with a little chip and
with something to prove.
pissed.
And then I heard him after he won. I heard him with this I don't know if he was with the CBC boys or he was with Phil. I think he was with Dylan, but he was just talking about he just didn't feel like he played very well, but he did what champions do, and he played well enough when he needed to get to the next player and work it through. So nicely done there. No registration, early registration bag winners this week because there's no major this weekend. Whole Nation, shot of the week. We don't have one because Tracy Pyle has the Coco for the 4th time. Stop doing that. Stop getting the COVID, would you? She has the Coco, so it's a no-no.
No.
On the show of the Whoa. Let's see, what else? That's really, other than upcoming majors, which Tulsa is the next big opportunity within a stateside, March 7th and 8th, to get out to be part of that, and also your chance to scout out the area. Maybe you can get to the ballpark and get that giant hot dog that we showed last time.
Well, and again, Finn, I mean, the important thing to say about Tulsa is that is a great venue that we're going to be playing at for the major, but it isn't where the World Championship is going to be.
Yeah.
The World Championships is downtown at the Convention Center. Currently, it's called the Cox Center. It is being, sponsored rebranded or whatever. And I forget what do you know what the name of the new place is going to be? We'll let you know soon. I think they told us in passing, but when they rename the Cox Center, we'll let you know what it's called. But the World Championships is downtown at the big convention center.
There you go. So you'll get an opportunity to experience in the same season 2 different awesome venues in Tulsa. Looking forward to both of those events. That also is the same weekend again as the ACO Europe Major. Looking forward to that in just outside Birmingham and Tamith. Going to be out there for that. Looking forward to seeing all the folks in from all around neighboring countries and whatnot coming in. Again, UKCL, Daniel Lilly, bravo. Mishawaka, as you mentioned, you're going to turn and burn to get back to Mishawaka as soon as you get back at the field house there. Bentonville, Arkansas follows that on the 21st and 22nd. Peoria hits the 28th and 29th. Again, all this in March. Then April, we start off with a bang, another Pro Series skins opportunity. This one going to be in Shreveport, Bossier, where we had a kick-ass opening bash last year down at that East End.
Dude,
that area was
so
cool.
good.
That Bo Jacks
If
and
you
all
were
the
there,
others.
if you were there, you know.
Yeah.
You know what it's about. If you weren't, get there to know because
Yeah.
it's freaking amazing.
A cool area and an outdoor spot for music and whatnot. So continuing to try to work out details to let you know what's going to be happening in Shreveport, Bossier. That's April 4 and 5 and 11 and 12. We roll back to Upland, California, so you can see the churn, and then we work our way westward, and then we'll work our way back. It's just the beauty of this season's schedule, the way it's fallen together.
So, Banny, you're asking a question if you would need to pay to come watch us play cornhole in Mishawaka? No. But what I would recommend, you come out, and there's an opportunity for you to play on Friday night for
Yeah.
$20. Just jump into the blind draw. If you're a backyard player, that's the right thing to do because it's easy, and you get a chance to meet all these players from all over the country. So
And
we'll hope to see you there, Banny.
something else you mentioned, I'm really starting to get into cornhole at monstercornhole.com. Check that out because that's another opportunity for you to find tournaments that might be near you. You can come play at your skill level. You can be partnered up, and it's a nice, easy way to ease yourself into the competitive nature of the game. And we have seen so many players that say, I just started playing 18 months ago, 2 years ago. I mean, it used to be, I've been playing, it took me 8 years to get to this level. But the cool thing about these blind draws is you can get partnered up with somebody who already has their game kind of dialed in at your skill level, and they will offer you tips. This is the most unselfish sport I've ever seen in my life with regard to, here's what I think you could do to help your game. Here's another way you could step, hold, grip, rip, whatever. And so, Banny, if you're just starting to get into cornhole, the ACO is the right place to come do that if you want to come watch or be a part of the big blind draw. But check out monstercornhole.com too. While we are not necessarily dependent upon one another, it is a great on-ramp.
So I met a great dude out of Louisville this past weekend, and I don't know his last name. I think his first name is Jacob, and his buddy was, I believe, Kyle.
Okay.
So I met Kyle and Jacob. We just played them in a pickup game. Good friends with,
Blair and them.
Blair and
Keith Blair and
Easy
all
and
crew.
all those guys from that whole side of the world. But you got a new friend coming over to maybe the lifetime member.
Really? We're almost at 200 lifetime members,
So
dude.
the coolest thing about this is,
Well, you aren't.
in,
We are.
in meeting Jacob, he has a lot of cool tattoos on his arm, and he was talking to me and educating himself. He's got a spot, right on his spot here. So I said, all right, let's take a picture of you before you get the tattoo, and if you ever get it, Jacob, we got the side by side, man. I think
There
it's
you
going to
go.
be solid. So don't forget about becoming a lifetime member, man. It's very simple, very easy.
Yes, very simple, it's permanent. That's all. That's all we ask. National Senior Games, again, just a reminder, we're going to be providing the activation for the National Senior Games. That's August 1 and 2 in Des Moines, Iowa. Of course, Punta Gorda, the Gulf Coast Classic is coming up in June. Looking forward to that at the Twisted Fork at the Four Points Sheraton and the convention center there. So all kinds of stuff. AmericanCornhole.com, everything you need to know about everything we're doing. We will get that National Senior Games information up there as soon as we can. But, boy, I'll tell you something. What a packed schedule just to get through to the end of the season, working our way to the World Championships. So much fun yet to be had. We appreciate you guys spending part of your Tuesday with us. Sorry for the late start, but you know what? Better late than never. And we look pretty good on the YouTube, I think.
It's all right. Like us, share us, and love us.
Yeah. Wait, what? All right. So unless anybody has any other questions that they would like to address, we're going to give you your Tuesday night back. Go out and enjoy a little bit warmer weather. Hopefully where you are, it's a little bit warmer here. We will have some mixed bag taco content for you in the next couple of weeks. But hang in there. Everything you need to know will be there for you. So on behalf of everybody here behind the scenes at the Underground here for the ACO, I'm Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. He is Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, reminding you as always.
Hey, White Squirrel, Cornhole, thanks for the T-shirt. CBC, way to kick ass in the challenge going on. Keep on pitching.
And keep on voting.